I think our graduate accounting curriculum and the entire focus of the program is really on understanding the big picture. And by that I mean understanding why are we doing this to begin with and how is that likely to affect how we do our job. So when we learn accounting, usually as undergraduates, we start with all the rules and we start with here's how to account for leases and here's how to account for debt. And that's all important and it's necessary because eventually those rules all matter. But in the graduate program, what we really focus on is understanding why are those the rules and what problems are we trying to solve when we impose those rules on an accounting problem. And I think that really then goes back to the bigger question of, well, why are we even talking about accounting to begin with? And I always describe to students that accounting is really information. And what we're doing is we're trying to present information to decision makers that will help them in their decision-making process. And so that becomes very interesting because one characteristic of that is the information itself. But another important characteristic is, well, how do people use information? And I think in our graduate program, we really focus on that. How do people use information? Because that should inform us about then what's the appropriate way to account for things. I think the single best way to describe our program is our focus on the big picture. And by that, what I mean is the focus in our curriculum and the topics we want students to wrestle with and to be exposed to, as well as the focus on the professionalism angle, because our careers are not going to be defined by the first 2 years out of school. Careers for these students will be defined by 30 or 40 years of working, being a leader in their firm, being a leader in their community, being a leader in the profession. And I think that has to start right here in graduate school, and that's what we really focus on at McIntyre.